All right, let's talk about LinkedIn. Today, we are going to crack the code on what it actually takes to get noticed on the platform in 2025. We're going to go way beyond the usual tips and get into what the latest data says really works. You know that feeling, right? You spend all this time crafting what you think is the perfect post. You hit that publish button, and then crickets. It's super frustrating, and the reason it's so tough to be heard is just the sheer number of people on there. I mean, look at this number. Over 1 billion professionals all trying to get attention. Standing out isn't just a challenge anymore. It's basically a science. You can't just post and hope for the best. That's a surefire recipe for getting lost in all that noise. So that's what we're going to do in this explainer. We're going to peel this thing back like an onion. We'll look at 3 different layers. First, the surface level hacks you can use literally today. Second, the business model that's driving the whole algorithm. And third, a hidden AI filter that might be messing with your reach and you wouldn't even know it. Okay, so let's start with that first layer, the official playbook. This is all based on a huge 2025 algorithm report that looked at almost 2 million posts. Think of these as the quick wins, the things you can do to immediately get more eyes on your stuff. The main idea for 2025 is actually pretty simple. Focus on content for actual humans and engage in a smart, strategic way. The algorithm is built to reward real, valuable connection. So let's break down what that actually looks like. So why is vertical video suddenly so important? Well, this number says it all. A whopping 75% of people on LinkedIn are scrolling on their phones. So naturally, the algorithm is going to favor content that fits the screen they're holding. It's just a better experience for everyone. Now, engagement isn't just about posting. It's about timing. It's strategic. Doing things like commenting on other people's posts before you publish your own, that kind of warms up the algorithm for you. And replying fast to comments on your own post, that tells the system you're starting a good conversation, and that gets you a nice little boost. And finally, you have to be specific. A really vague call to action like just writing thoughts, it kind of puts all the work on your audience. But a sharp, direct question like, what's the biggest LinkedIn challenge you're facing right now, makes it super easy for them to jump in and reply. That drives comments, and those comments tell the algorithm your post is a winner. Okay, so those are the surface level hacks. But to really, truly get good at this, we need to understand why they work. And that brings us to our second layer. We're going to follow the money right into LinkedIn's business model. When you look at where LinkedIn actually makes its money, the algorithm's priorities become crystal clear. You can see right here, talent solutions and marketing solutions, that's recruiters and advertisers, make up a combined 75% of their revenue. They are by far the platform's most important customers. And here's the crucial point. This means the algorithm isn't neutral. Not at all. It's a business tool. Its main job is to keep its biggest customers, those recruiters and advertisers, happy and successful. So your content gets rewarded when it helps them reach their goals. This brings us to our third and final layer. And this is where things get a lot more complex and, honestly, a little concerning. If the algorithm is powered by AI to serve its customers, what happens when that AI has a hidden bias? This very question was the starting point for some mind-blowing research from a group called Trust Insights. What they found, digging through LinkedIn's own documents, was that its main AI system actually uses your name as a direct input when it's judging your content. So to get this, we have to understand a key AI concept called embeddings. Now, don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Just think of it like a mathematical fingerprint. The AI takes all your info, your name, your headline, your post, and it mushes it all together into one single unique digital signature. The researchers used a really brilliant analogy to explain this whole thing. Let's imagine LinkedIn's AI is a chef, and it's making a pizza. Okay, so your name, headline, and post, those are the ingredients. The AI model itself is the oven that bakes them all together. And the final pizza? Well, that's the embedding, that one single mathematical flavor profile that represents your content. So the researchers asked a really simple question. If you change just one ingredient, just the name, does the final pizza taste different to the AI? And this was their core finding. They took hundreds of real posts and made 2 versions, one with a male-coded name, like Christian, and an identical version with a female-coded name, like Christina. Then they measured how similar the 2 AI-generated pizzas were, and the average similarity score was 0.994. Now that number should be a perfect 1.0. The content is identical, right?
The fact that it isn't means the AI is creating a different mathematical pizza based only on the name. A 0.6% difference might not sound like much, but in the world of data science, that can be a massive, massive deal.
So, to measure just how big of a deal it is, researchers use something called effect size. Think of it like a ruler for how much impact something has. A score of zero point 0.8 is considered a large effect. What they found here was a jaw-dropping 0.93. The bottom line is this isn't just some random glitch. It's a substantial, consistent difference in how the AI is evaluating content based only on the perceived gender of a person's first name.
So, what do we do with all this? It's a lot, I know. We've got the simple hacks, we've got the reality of the business model, and now we have this hidden AI bias. How on earth do we combine all of that into a strategy that actually works in 2025? Well, let's start with the most direct action you can take. If you're looking for a job, you have to work with the system, not against it. We know LinkedIn is built for recruiters, so you should enable settings just like this one. It lets your resume data be searched by the exact tools that over 95% of recruiters are paying a lot of money to use. You're basically making yourself easy to find for their most important customers. And this all comes together in a complete strategy for 2025. First, be discoverable. Set up your profile for recruiters. Second, be human. Create real value for real people. Third, be strategic. Use those timing rules to your advantage. And finally, be aware. Just understand that these invisible systems are working in the background and know that your results aren't just about how hard you try. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought. The very first hack we talked about was to write for your human audience. After digging through all the business models and the AI biases, it seems like in a world that's more and more run by algorithms, maybe just connecting with real people, providing genuine value, and being authentically human. Maybe that isn't just a nice idea. It might just be the most powerful strategy of all.